What's up everyone? I'm back with another beat breakdown or song breakdown. Today I'll be breaking down one of my most played songs. It's an instrumental track called Madrugada. And yeah, I thought I was going to show you how I produced it, how I mixed it, and I'll show you a little snippet of it and then we'll jump right into it. So this song consists of 7 main instruments or layers, I guess. The first one is the drums. There's some Rhodes playing. There's a bass line. There's this acoustic guitar, some electric guitar, a vocal sample, and just some ambience, atmospheric thing playing right here. And the way I started this track was actually by the drums, as I quite often do, which I will be showing you right now. Okay, so it's basically built up by a kick. There's a hi-hat loop. There's like a cymbal from Kalen Ellis pack. There's a clap loop, I think it's from The Count, a snare, and a snare roll. Now, let's start with the kick. What I did here is a very basic kick pattern, but there's this double kick right here, which I always try to make it sound as natural as possible. So what I do to do that is basically I take the kick 2 times and put it here into the drum rack. And the main kick will be the louder one, or like, yeah, I guess it's louder, it's longer, which you can hear right here. And then there's this double kick thing that I do. And for that, I basically take the same sound, but I make it sound different basically, which I do by starting it a bit later and maybe fading it in a bit, making it shorter, making the tail really short so that it sounds natural, like a drummer playing the double kick. The first hit will be very low and then the main one will be the louder one. Right, and then the second thing is I have this hi-hat loop, which is actually from my drum pack, Drum Essentials by Gabiga. It sounds like this. I did sidechain the hi-hat to the kick. Just gives it like this very small distortion. Very subtle distortion, and makes it sound a bit more groovy, I guess, as well. Then I also have some EQ here, cutting away the low frequencies, even though there's not much going on here. I also took away some of these kind of lower high frequencies, just to make it sound a bit more clean, a bit lighter. Exactly. Then there's this cymbal by Kalen. Very simple. There's some EQ as well. Actually, I think I just copied it from the hi-hats. And some sidechain as well. The sidechain is actually, I think it's because I just copied the track and it's stayed in there. So there's doesn't make a big difference. We have this clap from The Count. As you can hear, there's a lot of noise in it, but it gives like the whole beat kind of a vibe. I have some EQ here as well. Oh, no, I don't. So it's actually just a loop. No compression, nothing. And then I have the snare. Nothing going on here either. So no EQ, nothing. Thought the snare sounds quite good like as it is. And this little snare roll as well. So these are the drums. I added some knock, as I quite often do. It's actually the 808 Beefy preset. I think I didn't change anything. Right, so these are the drums. And then the next thing I did was playing these chords right here. To switch it up a little bit. I changed the voicing of the third one. This is kind of the main progression of the song. The Rhodes is actually from Lounge Lizard, this preset. I have some EQ on there. Really basic, just cutting the lows off here, reducing a bit of the lows here. And then I have the RC20 on there to add some texture, add some character to the thing. I have this noise going on, and the follow setting is on, which will actually follow the volume of the synth. So this is when it's off, it's just playing throughout the whole time, you know. And when it's on, it actually follows the volume of the track, of the input. I have the wobble on as well, on stereo, to widen it up a bit. And some magnetic, also some EQ right here. I'm sidechaining this one as well to make a groove. So this is really the foundation of this whole track. So the next thing that I did was just play a bass line to it, which sounds like this. So my bass usually goes through this guitar rig, and I mostly use this setting, Basic Bass Pro, which I think sounds really good. It sounds clean. It's basic, as the name says, but it works well. I have some EQ going on, reducing some frequencies right here, where often there's muddiness in this area. So I try to reduce this quite often, actually. Some sidechaining to the kick. And the reason I do this is to create space. Basically, if you sidechain the bass and the kick, they're always in the same frequency. More or less, they're both in the low end. So if you want to make the low end clean and harmonizing, sidechaining is a great tool to do that. You don't have to do it, but it's a great tool. And I use it quite often because basically it lowers the volume of the bass so that the kick can punch through. So basically the kick plays and then the bass comes in right after, which will create a more clean low end. Next up, there's this vocal sample. I chopped it up in different pieces just to add it in specific timings. I put some altar boy in it to lower the formant. Usually it would be like this. A lot of delay to create this atmosphere. I think I used the RC20 mostly for the for the reverb, and there's some distortion and some magnetic as well. EQ, cutting off the low end to leave it free for the bass and kick and whatever needs to be there. Sidechain again. I'm using autopan here to make it move from left to right. So as you can see here, kind of goes from left to right, which creates kind of a vibe as well. And some compression. I use this guitar control dynamics just to lower the peaks. When something gets really loud, it just lowers that. Right. And then kind of the main thing in the track, or the thing that really creates, I guess makes it more special, is this acoustic guitar right here. It's a small melody I played. Really simple melody. Here I did some low, cut off the low frequencies here as well. You can hear the difference. Sounds a lot cleaner without them. And some compression for the dynamics. A lot of delay here as well. And some RC20, mostly for the reverb as well. There's some wow going on here, some wobble, and some distortion, slight distortion. And actually not sidechaining this. To emphasize this melody, or kind of make it sound like it's the main part or a hook, I guess, I also cut the drums out right here before it comes in. So that the focus really is on the guitar when it comes in. Right, and then after this part there's some electric guitar coming in. This goes through the guitar rig as well. This is kind of my clean amp go-to. I use the Chicago amp. Leave the volume very on 50%, the tone a bit lower. There's some EQ. Cut reducing some of that lower mid frequencies. RC20 again. Some wobble, some distortion, slightly distorting it, and some reverb as well. I am sidechaining this as well to the kick. Right, so arrangement-wise, I try to make it build up, as always, in the beginning. So in the beginning, there's really only the drums and the keys, and then there's the bass coming in, and so you're just vibing to this until like 45 seconds, which was the point where I thought, okay, now something needs to come in, and so the acoustic guitar comes in to kind of give it like a peak experience. And after this hook, I guess I will call it, there's a guitar coming in also to switch things up. Keys are coming out, so it feels like a bit reduced. And then we come back with the keys, so it sounds a bit fuller again. Right, and then you just kind of vibe to the beat until 2 minutes. For the outro, I left the bass playing and the guitar, and these vibes. Also, these are recorded by the producer Cream, so shout out to him. Kind of gives like the whole beat an atmospheric feel. It feels like you're listening to it somewhere, or it gives it a vibe. I guess the arrangement isn't as important as like a song with vocals on it, because I think that people who listen to these kind of beats, they don't really expect like much. They just really want to chill out to the beats and enjoy. So you can really just be more playful with them, which is why I really enjoy releasing also instrumental music. Yeah, this was the breakdown of my track Madrugada. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you have some comments, if you want to know more, let me know. I do also offer coaching one-on-one, so if you're interested in that, you can book like a free call. We can just see if I can help you, and right, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and take care.